Welcome. Victory Monday for my Dallas Cowboys. Indio here on the radio with Hilda Lamas.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. And we have some special people that are watching the show tonight because I don't know if I told you this. Let me sit this up right.
No, you did not tell me anything, so now I'm scared.
Don't be scared. But if I have this correct, we're streaming live to Roku right now.
Yay! How exciting!
I'll give you the whole details once I make sure that it's working correctly. Today is like the debugging stage just to make sure it does it. But we have a great guest today. Who do we have, Hilda?
We have Erika Mar, and I'm so excited because I've never, ever been able to speak with her. And so I think she's amazing. She's got a lot of talent, and I can't wait to get to know her a little bit better.
And she's like the sweetest, kindest person. I've talked to her before. Exceptionally beautiful, just a wonderful person. We're going to have a great show tonight. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and run credits. Miss Erika Mar, hello.
Hi, Erika.
How are you?
Hello. Welcome.
NDO in the house.
Thanks very much, lady. How are you doing, most beautiful?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here with you guys tonight.
Thank you so very much for joining us. I know we had to reschedule before because she had some other plans, but we are here. We made it up like we promised. We are here, hopefully to have a great time and to talk about your music. You've been doing so many different things. You've been everywhere. You've been all over the world. You've been just all over the place, girlfriend. So first of all, for those that do not know Erika Mar, you have been doing this for quite some time. I didn't get to put all of your little acronyms or your little titles. You're singer, songwriter, model, dancer, just everything.
All that.
You do it all. It's like she bakes cookies, she does head spins, she does it all. I mean,
it's like just give us a list of everything she doesn't do, and it's probably shorter.
Hasn't been to the moon.
Yeah,
that's about it. Yeah, yet. The moon,
yes.
That's it. Wouldn't that be so awesome? That's what I would be like. It's like I would love to be at a party. I mean, that's such an awesome thing to say. You're like at a party and everybody's like, "Yeah, dude, man, I used to play football. For like the Dallas Cowboys. I used to play basketball. I went to the moon."
That's it. That's
like,
it. You win.
It's like mic drop. Yeah. Okay, we're done.
There's only like 7 people on the planet that have done that. But I've been to the moon. I used to tell people I was with Mensa. I was actually with Mensa, and people are like, some people are like, "That's cool," but Hispanics don't say that. Of course, you're mental. Mensa is a think tank that only 1% of the population can be part of. You have to take a test. You have to have a certain GPA. You have to have... I already got that one wrong. Who was that, I wonder? So anyway.
Are you talking about my phone call?
No, whatsoever. No. Anyway.
It's the timing on that I'm ignoring her.
Right. It's Ma Bell. So anyway, but no, that's cool. So how have you been, and how what's new with you? I got the new music video when we were talking the last time. It's amazing. You just posted your other video. It's you've kind of had some setbacks, but you're back here. You're back for the attack. And guys, what?
Yeah, we're back with new hair, new nails, new phone, new man, new.
You got it all. Right?
I like how you threw that in there, new man, right?
You got to put in the new man part. You got to put in the new man part. We've shared some conversations before. Yeah, we've shared some conversations because guys. I mean, you guys know Facebook. There's some real trolls out there. Some guys are like. By the way, for all the women that are listening on the radio, for all the women that are listening to us on all the different platforms, I apologize on behalf of the guys. It's not enough. Guys are terrible, man. They are. It's just horrible. And I don't know, for you guys that are listening in, Yeah, they're not gonna, sending pictures of yourself, that's not gonna help. It's not gonna help.
You know, the worst part though is dating now online. Like men think they get catfished because we wear makeup, lashes. They're like, we get catfished too, and that's the worst.
Yeah, you do. I do, because see, I'm a big fan of Disney, and so when they're like, "Oh, Lawrence, I love Disney too," and when they say that, oops, when they say that, I'm like, really, I love Disney.
There
So,
it is.
anyway,
OMG. But you know what? It's not just dating. Like, okay, I was recently tuned into this other podcast that I'm going to leave nameless because I'm not about to call anybody out. But I was appalled. They were there interviewing a female artist, and she's very beautiful, very talented. But what is the first remarks he says is, "Oh, well, I've noticed that you've slimmed down." Like, what the
what?
heck? Like, what does anybody's weight have to do with anything? And she's beautiful. Like, she's not even a big girl. She's never been a big girl. She's like really itty bitty tiny. And I'm like, am I listening to this? I'm just gonna
Holy
chalk it up to
crap.
just like a random like moment where I guess maybe he wasn't
Okay,
thinking.
okay.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started doing this, is like many years ago. When I first started talking to people, I was just so random at things, and I just, and that's embarrassing too, because they're like, "So when's the baby due?" And they're like, "What baby?" At the zoo. I hear the pandas are trying. Those dadgum
Good
pandas,
save. Good
they're just so
save.
cute.
Ew, no.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 2023. We're not doing that anymore. We're not
I know, just kidding. I'm sorry. That was just horrible.
taking weight loss, right? Yeah.
That was way back in the day.
I just think that guys just don't think sometimes. Like, and maybe he wasn't coming from a bad place, but I'm just like, do you know how inappropriate that sounds? You should have just said, "Wow, you look beautiful today." End of story. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes some people kind of get, because I always say, I call it out. It's like, if you look beautiful, you look beautiful. That's all there is to it. I don't have a problem with that. But I also say, if you look handsome, you look handsome. I was having dinner with myself, my wife, and Jenny B and her husband. We were having dinner, and her mom and dad. And the waiter comes up, and first of all, I have a keen sense of smell. And and he had some like serious cologne thing going on. I was like, dude, cologne after you shower, not instead of shower. But he was a good looking kid. I mean, he was young. He was a good looking kid. I was jealous. I was like, damn, man, what the hell? So I was like, hey, bro, what's your number? I mean, not that I'm gay or anything, but if this Gracie thing doesn't work out for me, I got options. I don't know. And Jenny B's like, holy shit, you're saying that in front of your wife? And I was like, dude,
wow.
he's hot. Like the salsa. He's hot. Mucho caliente. Mucho calor. So, but I know, cute people, handsome
You
people.
learn something new every day.
There you go. I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything. Just kidding.
And now you have
Anyway.
I used to say that all the time. People are like, what the hell? It's Tejano time. Shout out from DFW. Alfredo, how are you doing? The Lone Mexican. Welcome, 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 welcome. He says, talk about fishing. He's thinking like, that's the way I used to fish. That's the one. He says, my wife is a natural beauty. Of course she is. By the way, for
That's
us,
shout out to his
sweet.
wife.
for us Native American,
Right?
we believe all women are beautiful and should be held up in high regard. After all, that's why we call it Mother Earth. We don't call it Father Earth. We call it Mother Earth. Because without women, without woman, there is no life. There is not one man that walks on this planet without a woman. That's all there is to that. So,
And that's the end of the show. No, I'm just kidding.
thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see y'all later.
That's all we needed to hear.
How time did the same thing. Hey, when's the baby due? You see, I told you, guys are stupid. Sometimes, especially when they're around beautiful women, they get kind of crazy. I did this one thing. I was shooting some live footage for Monica Saldivar. She's got the most beautiful eyes. Oh my gosh. And I was telling Gracie afterwards, I was like, I was getting lost. I was like that little bug, that sees a light. Don't go into the light. Don't go there. I can't help it. Yes.
And I will say, he is very easily mesmerized by beautiful women.
Stop. Don't. We're not going to go there. We did a show together, and one of her singers, her name is Clady, very beautiful woman.
He's already turning red.
She was the first person there, so I took my camera equipment. I'm setting up my camera, and I'm taking all these shots, and I'm gauging lights, and I'm sending all this other stuff. So I took a lot of shots of her to test my equipment to make sure that I had my settings right. And when my bestie is performing,
No. Let's back it up a little bit.
hold on,
There was like
you're much better than
5 artists at this
me.
event.
This is
At
so
least. All women, by the way.
all of them women, yes, because it was a women's
And
event.
so, he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to shoot some pictures, shoot some video, blah, blah,
Video,
blah, go support. And I'm like, all excited, right? Because it's been a long time since I've had anyone shoot any of my shows, right? So I'm like, great. So then like Monday, Tuesday rolls around and he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to start sending everybody, the shots that I took, this, that, and whatever. So I'm there waiting.
But I called you.
There are no pictures.
I called you to tell you that I didn't have any of
me that night. Mind you, I did perform twice. So for like a total of like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours.
You did.
And there's like nothing. And
there should have
everybody
been
else
twice the amount of footage.
That's what I'm thinking. Like that's what I was thinking.
Worse,
but
no. All the whole package of all the videos, almost all of them are Clady.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Now, mind you, I love Clady. She's amazing. She's an amazing artist. She's a sweet person. Pero, like, it makes you think, like, okay, you go off of his, you go off of Lawrence's thing of, all women are beautiful. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, you didn't take not one picture, not one video. So now I'm rethinking this. Are all women really beautiful? Because I'm not too
So what I think happened is Lawrence was way too mesmerized to even think about his camera when you were on.
No, he called me out because she was like, I saw you talking to that girl. You were talking.
He wasn't even paying attention to my shit.
You weren't even paying attention. You were talking to somebody else. And I was like, holy shit, she's right. So
he was like, no, I wasn't. She wasn't even there at that time. Yes, she was. And I start giving him moment by moment by moment.
Like, oh, crap. He's
I'm
right.
like, you forget when we're on stage, we're paying attention to everything that's going on out there.
Complete. I was so embarrassed, and I was calling to tell her I was sorry that I did, but she was right. But in my defense, I don't have one. So
period.
Yeah, just man up and say I
did say I was wrong. I said I was wrong.
Or you could just say that I'm just not as attractive as the other women because that's how it makes it look. I'm just saying,
Don't even go there. Knock that up. That is not fair. We had Christmas. What was it? It was almost Christmas dinner. It wasn't Christmas dinner. What was it?
It was like a Christmas party for what was it? Tejano Legends or something like that. It was the Legends breakfast.
Oh, come on.
I'm not a legend by any, shape or form. My husband is, so I get invited to all these really cool things because my husband is like really cool.
We were there together.
Yeah, so that was kind of like default, but Anyway.
Oh, stop it! It's horrible, man.
I love to give him a hard time.
She's right. I didn't. I feel so bad now.
So if you ever want him to shoot one of your events,
I'm hiding underneath my desk like a turtle. So I'll do the rest of it. Testing my equipment. That's what I said. Says Tejano time, of course. Okay, so Erika Mar, she's coming from the greater state of Texas, but you know what? Your sense of style, first of all, this is kind of a calmer version of you because you have this sense of style that is very unique and different. And I love just the way you express yourself. It's so unique and so different. And going through all of your photos and everything else, it's just so awesome that you're so in tune with yourself and who you are. I think that's people that are genuine that way are really awesome. I mean, like Ilda's a very genuine person, and in the respect that she's not, in any way, shape, form, or fashion willing to hold back on hurting my feelings. That one stupid feeling that I have. So
Wow. Coming from the guy who took no photos or video of me.
I know. I'm sorry.
And and now we get to put the icing on the cake here. And when we were
there's
at the
more.
internet gala for the internet radio
Hey,
gala,
now that
I
was
go
not.
up to his table for an interview, and you would think, oh, co-host, yeah, it's in the bag. No, he starts loading up his equipment.
I was loading it
So
before you got there because I
icing
had
on the
to
cake.
shoot for Texas Latino. I had to shoot their 30th
Love you too,
anniversary.
Lawrence.
Stop. Oh my gosh, I had work. Oh,
I love
but
it.
yeah, dude,
Women don't forget. So like you have to
no,
More
remember
like
that because
elephants.
yeah, like when you do us wrong or you hurt our feelings, in my case, I have like 2 feelings. So when you hurt them, like I'm going to remember this stuff because later I'm going to throw it in your face. Like I'm doing now. I'm
like
just
right now. I was like
kidding.
right now. Thank you.
Anyway, Erica, so if you would like for him to shoot any of your live performances and photos, please make sure there are no other artists that are female.
Oh my God.
Noted.
That was horrible. That is not.
No other females allowed.
No
No
other
other
females
females
allowed.
allowed.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not that petty. I'm shallow, but
He
not
just
that
gets
shallow.
sidetracked. He
Right.
gets sidetracked. And I tell you what, you start talking about Clady and his whole face just kind of lights up. Like, mira, there he goes. Smile. He's like enamored by her. And I mean, rightfully so. I mean, she's beautiful, but like there's something different with him. I don't know.
This is the truth. Erika, sweetheart. Sueño. Let's talk about Sueño.
Sueño.
Sueño. Great song. Love it. Totally
Great
love it.
segue right
Thank you
there.
so
Love
very much. Please, let's
it.
go.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's
Any
a good question,
relation to
Alfredo.
Freddie Martinez, the legend?
No, I'm not related to Freddie Martinez.
You don't have any Freddies in your family at all?
No Freddies at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I have a cousin named Freddie.
Funny thing is, I have a Freddie in my family too.
My cousin's 7'4".
Oh, wow. That's tall.
He's size 22 shoe. I didn't know they made shoes that big. I mean, well, they have to be specially made, but 22. Think about that. That's like the size of my keyboard.
That's the size of like my torso.
Like, I'm about that tall.
It's huge.
That's
So no,
crazy.
it's no, that's a good question. But I mean, even still, you're how would I don't know how I would place your singing style. You have such an eclectic style. It's different. But I think that's what makes it so unique. Uh, uh, let's go ahead and start off with the initials. What got you started into music? What made you say I want to do this for a living? Because you are a singer songwriter. What got you into doing music? What was it that inspired you? Was it a person in your family, or was it just something you woke up and you
I
were
think
inspired?
it's just something I've been doing that since I was a little girl. Like I would entertain my family at like a novela would come out and I'd be like doing a whole show to the song in the novela, like the intro song or whatever. So I've always loved it. And then, when I was younger, I did all of it, choir, mariachi, all that stuff. And then I kind of just grew up and set it aside for a while. And it wasn't until actually I got back into it through acting. And, it was a friend of mine who asked me to audition for an independent film. And from there, it just kind of sparked that interest again, that I love to entertain. I love to perform, whether it's acting, singing, whatever. I love it all.
I think that's why we're kindred spirits, because I do a lot of everything. I do the radio show, and I do videography, and also do I have scripts, I've written books and poems, and I have a movie coming up. So that's I think that's one of the reasons we were able to connect the last time. We just have the same similar likes. Ilda, you're more of eclectic across musical background. You do a lot of different genres, which makes you very unique in that way. Are you kind of like her with other kind of? I never asked you that question. That's kind of an interesting question. Yeah, well, I'm serious. It's a serious question. By the way,
I mean,
Alfredo
it's
says
kind
you
of
know the
interesting that you even bring that up because growing up, I did a lot of church musicals and school musicals, and I think it all just kind of comes together. Like when you're in the creative atmosphere, you see a lot of things kind of cross over. So from music to acting to modeling, at one point I was a plus size model. Now I'm too much of a plus to be a plus size because plus sizes only go so high. Um, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like the biggest plus size model, I want to say like for regular retail is like 18 or 20 now, something like that. So anything bigger than that, like even though it's in like normal sizes, they just don't even do that. So, which is totally cool. It's kind of like the oddity now to get anything bigger. My forte is music. That's my first love. I think I love music more than I love my own husband. Don't tell him that because he might get his one feeling hurt.
right.
But no. In all seriousness, I mean, I think just creatives as a whole, we just kind of tend to cross into different things. It's just some other different way of expressing ourselves. And I think Erika, you're a great example of that because you do so much, and it's all different. It kind of just bounces around, and I guess for me, like I would be curious to know. I mean, do you just stick to the one genre? Are you like jumping around to different genres? Like, I know for myself, like I like to jump around into different genres, just kind of like whatever I feel is kind of where I go to. Is that kind of where
Right.
you find yourself too? Like,
That is just because I love music. I don't have like a favorite genre of music. I don't have a favorite song because maybe like XYZ song is my favorite today because of the way I'm feeling, or tomorrow I'll be in Vegas, so my favorite song's not going to be my favorite song from a couple months ago when I was sick in bed or whatever. So definitely, yes, we're experimenting right now with dance music, which is very new for me. I've never done anything like that, but my producer suggested it and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? I mean, creating music just makes me so happy.
Mhm.
So to be able to challenge myself in that way, like I'm excited to see what comes out of that. So, we've been writing a little bit of dance. Today we actually talked about recording kind of like a Jenny Rivera vibe. And I was like, I do have a couple of Jenny Rivera songs that I wrote back when I was in my Dolida era. So I'm like, let me dust them off real quick and see what we can do with those. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love ballads, like everything. I grew up listening to everything too, to like I mentioned in the last interview, like I grew up listening to Bronco. My dad loves boleros. So música de trío me encanta. Like I love, like people be like, how do you know that song? You're like not old enough to know that. My dad taught it to me. My dad loves boleros.
oh, that's so awesome.
So are you I can hear a little accent. Where are you from? Where do you originate from?
Monterrey, Nuevo León.
Ah,
¡Viva
okay.
México!
Yes,
Mexican
okay.
Independence Day.
Yes. That was Cinco de
Perfect
Mayo, wasn't
timing.
I'm sorry?
it? It doesn't work if you don't listen. I said that was Cinco de Mayo, wasn't it?
Oh, Cinco de Mayo. No, 16 de septiembre is Mexican
I
Independence
know.
Independence Day.
I know,
Yes.
sweetheart. I was just being silly. It doesn't work if y'all guys don't laugh. It's a dumb joke. Does it?
We,
That
we,
is
we
that is
needed
so
to do a
cool.
grito so the joke could come full circle.
Ah, yeah. There you go. Who told you
Yes,
I
a
couldn't do
tequila.
it? Yeah.
Right, that's all we're missing is the
What
tequila.
she said. Tequila. I'll tell you something that's funny. I did it, I do like all of my different shows, and I make these, shows for my Qvo TV. I have a Roku channel. And I was doing one where I was going over this song and I was like, because I get letters from people where they share their experiences with me, and they're like, one of them that I had gotten, it was about a woman who had gotten over a really tough relationship, a very abusive relationship, and how listening to music that I was playing and listening to me joke around on the radio kind of helped her. And she wanted me to dedicate a song to her. And so I was reading it and I was like, okay, cool. I'm trying to find the right song, and everything else. And I was like, she needs a love song. I'm gonna get this love song for her. So I picked this song and I was like, Grace. So Grace is my wife. I said, Grace, this is the song. I mean, this is the letter, and I picked this song because she says amor like 6 times, and Grace is like, that's not a love song. And I was like, she said amor like 6 times. She's like, not even close. That's like a hateful song. I was like, oh, okay, so maybe I need to brush up on my Spanish.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool that you have that duality, and some people um, they don't understand that you should be proud of who you are. I say my culture. We say that if you don't know where you come from, you can never grow. There's no roots there. You have to know your roots in order to grow. You have to have something solid to be bounded in, and that's where your culture comes from. Never forget who you are, but also remember where you came from. You have to
Yeah.
remember where you came from, at least pay homage to that. It doesn't mean that you have to go back to Mexico or anything else. It just means that you should remember where you were coming from, that kind of thing. So that's my soapbox.
That's
I'll get off.
awesome.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Thank you very much. No, today in today's world, being of somewhere kind of seems polarizing sometimes, which is unnecessary. We are all just people. We should just be good people to each other, and we don't have to worry about all these other pretenses.
Yeah, well, and it's just kind of like being comfortable with yourself too, because in fact, I just had this conversation, I want to say it was just last night, and I was talking with some other artists and stuff like that. And, I have family in Mexico, but because I was born here in the States and my Spanish is absolutely atrocious, we don't communicate very well. Like their English is bad, my Spanish is bad. So you get a very bad conversation, if any. And so that's one of the things that I have been actively working on is my Spanish, because I'm trying to connect with my culture and with my heritage. My mom is from Mexico, born and raised. And so I have family over there that I would really love to get to know better.
Yeah.
So I envy you because, you're able to, go back and forth, no problem, and communicate with that. And I am learning how to get comfortable within my own self, being in that gray area.
Spanish was my first language, so you are welcome to practice with me anytime.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Oh, français, s'il vous plaît.
I actually took 2 years of French. So as you mentioned, I was all over the world this summer. We
Ça va bien?
visited France, and I was like, I got this, guys. I took 2 years of French. I did not have it. Halfway through the conversation, I was like, I think he said something about a fish.
It's like, como que what?
I'll tell you something that's funny. I was shooting a music video for an artist, and one of the girls that was in the video, she's like, well, my parents are German. And I was like, was ist los? Und gras? And she's like, damn it. No, I understand a little bit of it, but I don't know what really. I can't speak to you in Spanish. And she's like, no, I don't speak German. I was like, okay, so we can carry on.
No, I completely understand that though, because growing up, we grew up here in the States, and it was a predominantly white area, and so my parents, wanted us to fit in, so that's what we did. And so the only way we knew we were in trouble at home with our parents is when they would start talking in Spanish to each other. And then we'd be like, oh yeah, somebody screwed up.
You never got the full name, like all the
pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
And that's when we started picking up like context clues and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't me, it was you. So I was like,
for me, it was a name change, because my name is Lawrence. My Native American name is Michuampi Achelo, but it wasn't that they called me Michuampi Achelo. It was like, God damn it. And then I knew it was me. As if it was like, Jesus Christ, that was my brother. No, no, just Alfredo says, I learned a few words when I traveled to Austria. There you go.
Ah, that's
That's
exciting.
close. And niente. I was going to say some Italian words, but I just got tongue tied. He said something that was really interesting just a while ago, though. Can we hear some of her music?
Hey,
Yes,
that's
that is
interesting.
true.
We should listen to some of her
We
music.
should listen to some of her music. Let's go ahead because we get sidetracked a little real quick.
Combo's so
Yeah,
good.
we're all. He said beer. That's the word.
That's interesting too.
Beer and Fraulein. So let's call her a girl. Come here, woman. So this is your first song, but you just posted it not too long ago. This is something that you've had to put some stuff back. Well, we may revisit why you did that if you want to talk about that. But you do have a lot of accomplishments, and this is you've got these beautiful music videos. She sent it to me before, and I was like, "My God, woman, you are so beautiful." I gave because we talk, but I usually it's just messaging, back and forth and everything else. I keep forgetting how beautiful she is, and she's just like, dang it, woman. But no, it's really great and just wonderful. You guys are gonna love this song. And the music video is really awesome too. So this is just a little. This is a song from Don Cachet and Don Cachet. She's like, thank you so very much. That's what Don Cachet means, by the way. But anyway, Te Vas is the name of the song, and we'll talk about the song and the origins of the song. But here, let's go ahead and take a listen to the music video so that way we can do it. It's Shien, Shane. So.
No juegues, no me digas que me quieres, que yo soy tu vida entera, que sin mí tú te mueres.
Nice, real nice.
Oh, I love
I
it.
know, isn't it cool? I told you it's a little different. It's a little, I mean, it's great. I love it. It's just, I mean, it's Erika Mar.
So on my end, that's why I don't like watching myself back. I don't know if you feel the same, Hilda, or like listening back
I
to
hate watching myself. I absolutely hate it. I hate the sound of my voice. Yeah, I just said that over
Oh, I love
there.
your voice,
But
girl.
for me, I'm my biggest hater. So if there's like a screen grab or whatever, I like try to mimic whatever I'm doing. Like, why did I make that face? And then I try to recreate it.
Well, Alfredo says, "Hey, nice. She's got a little Alicia Villarreal, you know.
Yeah, I can hear that. I
Yeah,
can
you just couldn't
definitely
do
hear
the
that.
and do the little watching machine, the watching machine, watching machine."
Let's see, Lawrence, demonstrate it for us. How does it go?
You don't want me to do that.
Oh my god, that's what I look like. I'm gonna think that the next time I perform, I'm gonna be so self-conscious. Like, okay, this is what Lauren thinks.
You're gonna channel your inner Lawrence.
I told you the first time I went to a quinceañera. I went to this quinceañera. I crashed this quinceañera because my wife was there at the time. We weren't married, but she was she was somebody I was interested in. She's like, "I'm going to be at this quinceañera," and I was like, "Cool, I'll show up." And she's like, "You can't go," and I was like, "Why not?" Well, you have to have an invitation. Mind you, I didn't know what they were. So I went and I just walked inside. They're like, "Where's your invitation?" I was like, "My mom's inside." So I just walked in and then I showed up at the table and, and she's like, "Holy crap, how'd you get in?" I was like, "I just walked in." And I was like, "So this is a quinceanera, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Pretty cool. I like it. I like it." She's like, "Yeah, you like the music?" And I was like, "Nope, but it's pretty cool. We dance in a circle too." It's at powwow we do, and so that's it. Alfredo goes, "Did your Cowboys win? I know my Niners did." Yes, Alfredo, you did. You know what? And let me cue you in. When I started the station, I started for my military people. I was in the military, and a lot of my military people know that I'm a Dallas Cowboy. I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. I had some Marines that were in Japan, and they were going for the San Francisco 49ers, not because they were 49ers fans, but because they hated the Dallas Cowboys. So I made an on-air bet that I would get on air and take pictures of myself, live stream. That's the very first live stream I ever did, with a 49ers shirt on if they beat the Cowboys. And they did. And so I had to wear the damn shirt. And first of all, I had to pay for it with my own money and wear the damn shirt. I am a man of my word, but I did not like that. So I haven't made that bet since. I love my Cowboys. I'm not betting no more because it was sacrilegious for me to wear it.
That's
So yes, but no, it's cool. Yes, I'm a big Dallas Cowboys fan, and that's why I wear my Dallas Cowboys, because they won this past weekend. So it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, great song. Where did you shoot that music video, Mija?
That was down here in Edinburgh, Texas, at a restaurant called a Sidebar. And I chose that place because I knew I wanted the vibe to be very like 1920s, very like Prohibition era, and it's like a cute little speakeasy. So I was having dinner there, and I, kind of looking around. There's like a antique piano on the side, and like the bar's gorgeous, and I'm like, this is so the vibe.
Yeah.
And I think we got it. I think we got the look we were going for.
Great.
So, wait, are you in Edinburgh, Texas? Is that where you live?
McAllen. Yeah.
Oh my, I'm like so not far from you. I'm in Harlingen.
We're gonna have to get
See, and y'all make it sound like it's so far away. I've been down there. because it's
It's
like
not far. It's like
cross the
42
bridge, it's Edinburgh.
minutes, give or
Cross the
take.
bridge, it's McAllen. Cross the bridge, and it's like right next to each other. I don't even know why you have different names. It should be like 4th, 5th, 6th Street, 7th
Yeah.
Street, 8th Street. That's it.
No.
You're
No.
everywhere in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Well, it's like every little town has its own individual vibe. Like I'm originally from Aransas Pass, which is close to Corpus Christi. So it's totally different. Like there's all these little cities and towns that are kind of just like little parts of the big city. But down here in the valley, one thing I've loved, I've been here for 5 years, almost 6 years now. And every little town is its own vibe. It's its own like onda. It's crazy, but it feels good. And everybody's just so welcoming. And I don't know. I love it.
Hello, hello. A little bit late, but I'm here, says Janie Rios. Janie, how
Hi,
are you
Janie.
doing?
Hi, Janie.
Thank you so very much for joining us, Janie. I really do appreciate it. You know, I will send you a big gold star. For everybody, for Christmas, everybody's getting a picture of me.
Now I want the video of you dancing the washing machine.
No, let's not do that.
Recreating Alicia Villarreal.
Yes.
30 miles roughly. My wife is from Donna, Texas.
Oh wow.
Shout
Okay.
out to Donna.
Donna, Texas. There you go. See, yeah, that's the deal. They're very close together, and I think that's because of the seaports. In Texas, in West Texas, where I'm from, all of the towns are 10 to 15 miles apart. But do you know why they're 10 to 15 miles apart?
No, why?
Because of the railroad. When the 1800s back in the 1800s, the railroad, in order to maintain their water, first of all, they needed water, but mostly they needed a restock on wood, on coal, to keep the water going and to get the steam engines going. So little towns popped up, and they were usually 10 to 15 miles apart. So there's a lot of towns here in West Texas that are 10 to 15 miles apart because of the railroad that passes through town. Just so you know, a little bit of nugget there. Everybody, you owe me $5. I just taught you something.
Dun, 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 dun. The star.
That was terrible. That was just terrible. Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the deals. I have my own theme song. Whenever I get out here, I'm like, okay, so that's my theme song. So,
All right.
no, just kidding. Yeah, you'll just like
You need a fun facts jingle.
Fun Facts Jingle. Well, first of all, Fun Facts Jingle, if you want to go ahead and catch some of the new music videos that have been playing here that she just recently put up, you can go ahead and go to the Erika Mar YouTube channel. And if you don't know where it is, just go ahead and go to
Oh, there it is.
the YouTube QR code. It's right there. Mira nomás. You can click on it and it'll take you there, guys. So
Yay.
where you can
Very
go and check out her new music videos, support her, like and subscribe, and support your favorite artist. And I guarantee you're going to have some good times with her because she's got some great music. We're going to play some more music of her here in a little bit. But this song, where did this song come from? Actually, Devas, where did it come from?
So my producer was in the band Qvo, and their singer wrote this song. And when I started kind of getting the ball rolling again, I reached out to him to help me with Sueño. Even though we released Te Vas first, Sueño was the first song we worked on together again.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and he, we were working on a couple songs, and then he showed me this one, and he's like, it's available if you like it. And I was like, I love it. Like, it's so catchy and fun. Let's do it. And that's where it is. It's a gift from Qvo Tejano.
Mhm.
Aw, that's so sweet.
It's cool. I mean, it's a good song. It's different. It suits you because of your individualness that it is. And I keep saying that not to say that, like, that I want people to think that you're that far out. It's not that. It's just that I love the fact that you celebrate your individuality, and that's really something that's really cool. You're not trying to be like somebody. You just are who you are. And I think more people need to be more accepting of themselves. I think that we handicap ourselves a lot trying to be like other people. We shouldn't.
And it's so frustrating and exhausting. Like, you're meant to be you, period.
Yes.
And once we accept that, we're able to move forward and just do so much more. And I think that's one of the things that we run into is that we limit ourselves by trying to be something that we're not, and instead
Mhm.
embrace ourselves and just be who we are. And that's one of the beauties of what it is that we do. Here, um, we're very different in as the station. We embrace playing new people's music. We don't have a preference of any kind. I mean, we don't play banda, we don't play norteño, but as far as Tejano music is concerned, we play it. We play it. We play
But
every.
he has played banda before.
I have.
You have one time.
Mhm.
One time.
Well, we just put a banda song in the oven, so I'll send you that once it's.
That's gonna have to be the second one.
It's well, you know what? I do say that I support. Remember that, and I do support. I'm not going to be that station that plays that is that is a hybrid of sorts. I support the Tejano artist, and that's what my main goal is. And because of the fact that banda has its own supporters, and so does norteño, and I'm not knocking on either one of those genres. But to be honest with you, I don't know enough of that music in order to give it justice that it deserves. I don't know enough of the musicians, of the music, of the structure of the music, other than what I know of music,
Yeah.
to give it any kind of accolade or any kind of support that it
Mhm.
could be good for it. Now, I know a lot of people that like it. I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
But I have worked with norteño bands, and I have worked with banda, and I've worked with tropical bands, and I've worked with all of them because money
Yeah,
is
but
money.
it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like the reason I don't have a favorite favorite song, a
Mhm.
favorite genre, it's because it's all about vibes. I used to
Yeah.
say that. Like I don't like banda. Da, da, da. I go to Monterrey to my family and they love Jenny Rivera. Like they will sing Jenny Rivera till 5, 6 in the morning. And that's a whole vibe. It's fun, So
Mhm.
I think it just kind of goes back to like where you're at. If you're playing
Yeah.
tropical at a quinceañera, you're telling me you're not gonna shake your little butt to it. Of course you are.
Well,
Of course you
I
are.
just
Yeah.
use a washing machine, so
As
well,
you demonstrated earlier.
just a while ago, I was just like, show you
No, I
again.
totally feel you on that because sometimes I'm in a bluesy mood. Sometimes I want some real jazz. Sometimes I want some, country. I love country music, and that trips people out all the time. But I am a big country music fan. I love pop. I love R&B. I love Latin pop. I mean, I love everything. If it feels good, I mean, why not listen to it? Like that's just kind of like my
Yeah, I think
philosophy
I
on
think
it.
we're also a little bit more eclectic now, as a people in general. We don't
Yeah,
realize that a lot of it is coming from all different
yeah.
places. I know I break a lot of people's hearts when I tell them that No Se Va from Grupo Frontera is actually a remake. There was a song that was released 5 years before
Mhm.
that one. That's more of a reggaeton kind of song. That's where it comes from, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Or like I tell them, Selena's Fotos y Recuerdos is actually on the Chain Gang from the Pretenders. And
Hmm.
hello, what? It's like,
See, but there's a lot, especially in Tejano music and conjunto music. But I would venture to say about 75% of that is all cover songs,
mhm, yeah.
and they're taken from other genres and vice versa. There's other genres that take our songs and put them into the estilo that they want. And I think that's like the cool part of music. And I want to go back to a comment that Alfredo made about, and that's how it should be. Tejano should be Tejano, but then that raises the whole other question of what really is Tejano music.
Good question. And
Like
I mean, I think we've
That
already
part.
revisited we've already revisited this one when I sit there
yeah,
and I'm doing the documentary, the docu-series on the Tejano legends. And they're from the 50s and 60s and 70s, and they're like, we never called it Tejano music. It was always Chicano music.
Chicano, yeah,
It was always Chicano music, and the reason it became Tejano was because most of the musicians and most of the bands that were playing were from Texas. Big shout out, real quick, to TDK. And TDK in the house. How are you doing,
TDK.
Big Daddy?
Ah, thank you for the fire trucks. I love it.
we just, we just, yeah. No more fire trucks. That's the way. That's why
Fire
there's
trucks.
different stations, so people can listen to what you like. Exactly, that is exactly right. And I feel a void. In order to be I think that's one of the reasons that we are as successful as we are. We have close to 100,000 listeners a month, if not more than 100,000 listeners last month. As a matter of fact, we had 121,000 people last month. We're right on pace right now to match that. Right now, as a matter of fact, I was checking the Matrix earlier today. We're sitting at right at 70,000 people today. This is
Wow,
the
that's
18th
awesome.
for this month. 70,000 people to this for at
That
this
is
month.
awesome. Thank you guys for doing
Yeah,
that.
thank
All
you
of
very
you
much
guys
for listening.
listening.
Yeah,
Thank
for all of you guys
you.
that are listening in and everything else, thank you so very much. And
It's all the talk about firemen, I tell you. That's what brings them in
that's good.
every time.
That's exactly what it is. Okay.
Ask Erica. Ask Erica her thoughts on firemen. I
I mean, I
mean,
was just in New York, and I'm just saying the firemen are a topic of conversation.
I mean, look, okay, Erica, I have this great idea. Okay, this great
Oh
idea.
no!
Talk about bringing
Thank you,
Tejano music to a
TDK. Thank
whole
you.
new level. Okay, if we did a music video, a collaboration, just all of us female artists, right? And all of the extras in the video were firemen. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. Like, it would go viral instantly. Like, I know what I'm talking about. You would jump on board on that project, right, Erica?
For sure. I'm there. I'm already
I'm telling you,
picturing
Lawrence. I'm telling you, it's all about the firemen.
Mr. November is looking pretty.
TDK says thanks for the shout out and for introducing new artists. Of course, that's what we're here for. And what I was touching on later or earlier was that if you are a new artist, if you are a new band, and you need some radio exposure, you want some radio exposure, send it in admin@qvoradio.net. Send it in to us. I'd be happy to share your music with the world, as long as it fits industry standard, which means that you have to have your ISRC code. The ISRC code is for you. It's not for me. That means with an ISRC code, you will be paid. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I say it at every show. We are a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMI, C6, SOCOR, and all of our digital broadcasting licenses, just like a regular radio station. We are an internet radio station, and I know how many people are because I can see the matrix every day. I don't guess how many listeners I have. I know how many listeners I have. With that being said, thank you so very much to all of y'all. Real quick shout out to my main man, Rick Valderrama, who just released a song just past week. Hola, he says that's very, thank you very much for joining us here. Alfredo says there was a group called Indio, and their songs were in English songs made into Spanish songs. See? Aw.
There's a lot of that.
There's always a lot. Like Jimmy Gonzalez used to pull like English songs. Like I still remember it was like NSYNC songs sometimes that he would pull and put them into Spanish.
Emilio
And I'm like,
Navaira.
Emilio did that.
Yeah, Emilio Navaira.
Rick has this great Christmas song that was done by Wham that he did. He turned it into Spanish. He did another one. It'll come to me. Rick, help me out. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to have the firemen's for my wife's 60th birthday party.
Yeah. Oh, we're invited. Oh, I'm so there. I am so there.
Alfredo, stop.
And you know what? While we're on the firemen, if there are any firemen listening or watching, and you're interested in being a part of our project, hit me up.
Send me your application.
Me and Erica are going to be going through the applications, making sure, everything's in check, making sure you really are a real fireman.
All right. Yeah. You have to check the abs, of course. You got to measure.
And I'll even extend it. I mean, we'll even extend it to policemen. I'm okay. Any man in a uniform,
first
really.
Responders are cool, huh? First responders are cool.
Yeah. First responders, please apply.
Good gosh. Rick says it. The song is called "Never Gonna Give You Up." Never gonna.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
Never gonna run around. That's the song, and he did it, and it's a great song. And as a matter of fact, he just posted the YouTube link. There it is.
Ooh, so y'all go watch it because it's amazing. I've seen it like 1,000 times. I think.
Yes, go out and check it out. And also a very innovative music video as well. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's good that we share amongst each other and everything else, and that's really wonderful. Erika, I know you said that you have some music that's coming up, that you've got some music coming up. Do you have any performances that are coming up here pretty soon?
I haven't booked anything like that yet.
And honestly, it's because of the fact that you're concentrating on your music, and that's okay, because there's a lot of people that are out there that do that.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing that. But also I want to be able to, when I finally perform, I want to be able to do the best that I can. And, I just know that I've been out for a while, and, there's some prep work that goes into a performance. And as much as I want to be like, oh yes, I'm ready, like I'm so anxious to get on stage, I don't want to bite the bullet. I want to take my time. I want to make sure that what I put out there is the best that I have to offer.
That's
That's
that's a
that's where we're at.
that's a very sound strategy. I will be honest, and that's extremely hard because you're ready to be out there, but you have to have
Yeah.
that patience. And I cannot, and especially when you're doing, it is. You're right. You want to put out a great product and people that love it. And I've always said, if you send me a song and you're like, man, I wish I would have done this. Don't send it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fix it and then send it to me so that way you're happy with it. Alfredo says, my son is a Marine. Thank you so very much for
Thank
your
you for
service.
your service.
I've served
Yes.
my demolition crew that was on my unit. They were Marines because they were the ones that were
Does this count? Yes, it counts. As long as he comes
The
to the
Marine- a
audition
Marine-
in his uniform, then yes, it counts.
Jesus.
Most
Hilda,
definitely.
what about teachers? Oh my God! Why are we still on this subject?
I don't know, Erica. What do you think? I guess
I
if they're
mean,
coaches,
I'm kind of with it, like the little glasses and the with a little like Superman or Superman shirt sticking out of the.
yeah, you know what? I could be down for that. Yeah, definitely.
So again, send
we're
the
open to all
pictures,
applications. Just
Yeah, there's no
yeah,
discrimination
send the
here. There's
pictures
no
and the videos,
discrimination
and we'll
here. TD says,
decide.
Larga de aquí. That's the name of the song that Rick just released, Larga de aquí. Isn't it? I believe that's his first
Man,
mariachi song that he just released.
Everything. I'll be honest. Everything that Rick puts out is just amazing, and it's top notch.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that because I think he's amazing and he's a nice guy, but I really do mean it because everything that I've ever heard from Rick is just amazing.
Saludos al George Clooney de la Onda. That's what they call him because he's
Aww.
all dressed. Tejano ain't dead, baby. That's right. I helped him with his last Tejano ain't dead project, so I'm pretty excited about that. Yes, take your time and build a good band. That's the advice from Alfredo. Alfredo's been in the business for a long time. He's got his own band, Fijo, which is a great band. His granddaughter is actually Ali, the girl that sings with Shelly Lares, who did I'm a Child. And also she has Fascinación, who just came out not too long ago.
She's a powerhouse.
Yeah, vocals are intense, and it's just awesome when you have that much talent when you're that young. And I'm trying to form one from my granddaughter Allie, like I just said. So
and it's hard. It's hard to get a good band together. It's hard to get a band that's going to stay together, especially for Tejano music. I've kind of noticed that. It seems to be like this struggle for female artists to get a decent band together for this type of music. It's like a struggle. It can be done. It can be done.
My good friend Rita Cappuccino, she's touring right now. She's booked to
see, but Rita does what I do. And Rita doesn't just stick to Tejano. That's the difference. I think the caliber of musicians that she plays with, they can play any genre of music, and she mixes it up. She does the country, she does the soul, she does the blues. And I think that makes it easier is when your show consists of so many different genres.
And her music is that way. I Would Let You Go, Te Dejaré Ir, that song, country vibe all the way. And she's got another song that is strictly, bluesy. So, and that's great. But I think that's one of the things, and you're absolutely right. But I mean, I'm just commenting on the fact that it's very, very brave of you, and I understand that. And man, kudos to you, because I know a lot of younger artists that are like, I want to get out there now. But it's also smart to put a good product together, put it on a stage. I look at Jenny B, who works out every day, 6-7 hours a day to put her product out there, and she is a humongously awesome, talented entertainer. When she gets on stage, you're not going to look away. She's just
and you have to find what works for you, because there are some artists who can jump up there with tracks. There are some that have to have the band. There are some that just feel more comfortable, more at ease with the band. I know for me, I prefer to have a band.
Mhm.
that that's just there's like this certain comfort in it to where when you have those musical breaks, it's like the
Yeah.
attention is on the guitar player, it's on the accordion
And when
player,
it's just you, it's like you have to have something prepared in between.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have to be able to talk to the
Also,
crowd and everything
that
else. And
definitely helps with like transitions
Mhm.
and also like if you have a good chemistry with your with the band members, that helps a lot too, because you add your little jokes and your little vibes, and I miss having a
Yeah.
band. Like I do miss it for
yeah.
sure. And I mean, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, I'm excited, and I am like so I can't wait
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll
to
happen when the time
sounds
is
up on
right.
stage.
Yeah, when the time is right.
Yeah.
TDK says, my comments are strictly for entertainment purposes, mainly non-entertainment with a sense of humor. And
I'm highly offended, actually.
that's why he brought up the fireman. Damn you. And see, the reason it's Tejano Time asked you about teachers because he's a math teacher. That's why.
Oh, so you're volunteering.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, come on down. We're cool with that.
TDK says, I know somebody who dances. If you need somebody to dance in a video, his name is TDK for Tejano Dance Kid.
Okay.
And the boy can dance. I'm telling you,
Send in your application.
I've
Like,
seen him. I've seen
we'll
him.
review everybody.
I've seen him. He's done it. Who wants a six
So we
pack?
have
You
two
have a kid.
dancers. We have Lawrence and we have TDK.
No,
There
no,
you
no,
go.
no.
This video is coming together so nicely.
Wait.
So
Hey, Erica, we can actually go on tour, like, and have the dancers. Like, we can so do
Lawrence, no
that.
dancing. Lawrence, no dancing. No working. No working.
Hey, I'll bring Clady along.
Okay, so maybe I could do some.
See, I told you.
we already know those hips don't lie.
Right? Yeah. So, and we're all from the valley because Clady's actually in Brownsville. So, we're like
Nice.
all,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to build it around a 12-year-old, and that's who she is. She's a 12-year-old, and she has a 12-year-old accordion player.
Oh, that's
That's impressive.
fun.
Kids
Yeah.
are they're starting out really young, and that's cool. Erica is very pretty, very young. Best of luck for your musical
Oh, that's
career.
super sweet. Thank you,
And
Jamie.
and she's amazing, and no math teachers. Alfredo says he's already talked to Buddy. That's why.
That's funny.
And no, and my hips don't lie because they're like too wide. It's just like I
Hey, we
used to have
take
a
all
beeper.
shapes and sizes here, okay?
I used to have a beeper when I was when I used to wear a beeper. One time I was at the Walmart and I had my beeper on. My beeper goes off and the little kid behind me goes, "Watch out, Dad! He's backing up." Beep beep. I just
Oh my God.
Very nice.
I'm so big when I lay down on the beach. People are like, "Hurry up, get him back in the water. He's dying."
You're so bad. Oh
I got-
my
I got harpooned
gosh.
6 times and stuff. It's like
So, Erica, are you working on any more music like in the studio that's going to be coming out soon? Like, is it all part of an album or is we just doing singles right now?
We were working on putting an album together, and we did for the most part. But just, like things kept coming up, and I'm like, I can't, I don't want to postpone it any longer. So if I only have 2 songs out right now, I'm okay with that. And
Yeah.
that I kind of like that because I've been able to just really focus on like one song at a time and fully create my vision, like with the music video and the locations and the wardrobe and all of that. Like I can truly say that the last 2 videos that I've put out, they're exactly what I pictured,
Mhm.
and not only that, it's just like what I'm feeling at the moment, and it's fresh. I'm able to just like
Yeah.
fully express what the song is to me, right? So for now, yes, that's what we're doing, just singles, but we are planning to do an EP for the new year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and then we're also talking about how to end the year. I kind of want to end the year with something, maybe a ballad, something like very sweet, and and then start 2024 with a bang.
There you go.
and it's good to have a plan, and at least you have a goal to reach for. I used to tell my kids about when I was going through my training, it was very rigorous, very hard, very difficult because of the unit that I was with. It was a very tough unit, and it used to bug the daylights out of me because we had to make our bed every morning. It sucked, man. Making your bed every morning, you had to be able to bounce a quarter off of the bed, and it had to be corners tucked, military style. Everything had to be nice, crisp, clean, and everything else. But then you realize you make your bed every morning, you make it perfect every day, because after that, you go do your thing, and you could have the worst possible day and nothing works. Nothing's working. Everything went to shit, but you come back and at least your bed is nicely made. You had one accomplishment for the day. And so, that's the it's good to have the goal, get up, accomplish your first goal, and then keep going forward. And as long as you keep having goals, people that are complacent, those are the ones that kind of, even a house, if you don't have a house that's lived in, the house will fall apart. A house needs to be lived in. You have to constantly keep moving, keep changing, and everything else. And that's really a true testament. And that's good that you have your mind, your mindset in the right place. TDK says those are some great dad jokes. Those are Lawrence jokes. Those aren't dad jokes. And he goes, I'm here to heal the laugh. You should listen to
Nobody be self-conscious about my laugh.
You have a great laugh.
When we're talking on the phone, she's just laughing at me the whole time. It's just,
that's how we do on the phone.
With you.
No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe
a little bit of both, if I'm being honest.
No, just kidding. But no, it's great. Let's go ahead and take a listen to your other song. She's got another song out, and it's another music video that I got a hold of. We shared this earlier. This is actually both of these songs are on our station. It's playing, right now. Not right now. I mean, obviously it's playing now because we're live on the radio station. But during the week, you can hear it. It's on a rotation. It's on our hot hit list. And another thing for those people that are just tuning in on the radio, when you're listening to the song, you're going to see an add to cart button. Click on that button. It's going to take you to YouTube, to iTunes, and you can buy the album or buy the single there. Now, yes, even if you are with an Android, you can still buy the music through iTunes. The whole thing is that it gives you that ability to go ahead and buy the song. I don't make any money from the sale of that song, but I do get a discount because I participate in a program for my licenses. And like I said, I'm a fully accredited radio station. So go ahead and take care of that. Go ahead and buy the song. So I can tell you that's the best way to have it. So that way you don't have to do this. I'm looking. Hold on. It's right here. Hold on. Ahora mira, wait, espera. Wait, mira, look it. Wait. Okay, it's buffering. Hold on. Okay, May. If you
Why
got
are you
it
cooking for me?
if you got it, it's already there. It's already there. See, you don't have to wait. You play it. Yeah, this song. Check it out. And it's done. That's all you got to do. So that's the way you go. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to it. This one is a very beautiful music video. Great song. Another great song from Erika Mar. This one's called Sueño. Here on Qvo Radio, I'm NDO. That's Il de Lamas, and that's Erika Mar.
Ojos desde que no estás y la verdad no sé si volverás. Tengo el corazón roto desde que te vi partir, porque sin ti no puedo ser feliz. Las huellas de tu amor están tatuadas sobre mi piel, y si alguien te menciona no sé qué decir, porque cuando me preguntan por ti les digo que ya llevo años que no te veo. posibilidad de que algún día regreses a mi vida. ¿Cómo le explico a mi corazón que tu regreso es tan solo un sueño? Lágrimas en mi almohada, no puedo ni dormir. Me roba el sueño estar pensando en ti. Este corazón roto no quiere ni latir. Sin ti me faltan ganas de vivir. Las huellas de tu amor están tatuadas sobre mi piel. Y si alguien te menciona, no sé qué decir porque cuando me preguntan por ti, les digo que ya llevo años que no te veo. Como si existe la posibilidad de que algún día regreses a mi vida. ¿Cómo le explico a mi corazón que tu regreso es tan solo un sueño? Regreses a mi vida. Regreses a mi vida. ¿Cómo le explico a mi corazón que tu regreso es tan solo un sueño? No.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Right?
Where was that video shot?
In Tulum.
Wow, it's
I
breathtaking.
love Tulum. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Wow. Okay, that's all like on my bucket list now. Like that
That-
is
It's prettier
wow.
in
It's in
person.
Sweden, right?
Yeah. That's the next
Wow. Yeah, no, like seriously.
one. So be ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
Video. So
oh my god, like your outfits, like wow. I think my favorite
I
is the yellow dress.
yes.
the fringe.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
really fun to dance in.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was really great. Janie has a really interesting question. How long have you been singing?
Since I was a teeny tiny little girl, since I was 3 years old.
Mhm.
Aw.
Yeah, and you know, it's it's some of us have that. I used to sing as a kid all the time when I was in the bathroom. I don't know why. My mom's
The acoustics are good in there.
yeah, but it
Shower
wasn't.
time. He said concert time.
Yeah. Well, no. When I was
You
like
do
a little
you.
kid, when I was a little kid and I was getting potty trained, I would sing, but I wouldn't sing songs. I would sing commercials. So I was, yeah, it was weird. And my mom's like, "You were the weirdest kid because you'd be in there going, my first name, my Bologna has a first name. It's Oacar. My Bologna has a second name. It's Mayer. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say because Oscar Mayer has a way with Bolngna.
Effective advertising.
And that's
Yeah.
on
The
below.
jingle works.
But that's what I would sing for some strange reason, and I don't know why. That one and like Coca-Cola commercials and all kinds of weird commercials. How weird is that? Can you imagine? You thought you turned off the TV and your kid singing it in the bathroom. And I was like, why would I be in there for so long? She's like, we just didn't know if you were done or not, so we just left you in there all day. I was like,
Wow.
great parenting, mom. That's great. So I no
She
wonder
didn't want to interrupt you if you were in the middle of your business.
I was 4. What kind of business could I be doing? I was like a kid. It's just like,
Who knows?
it's like,
Better to be safe than sorry.
yeah, right. That's what it was. I remember when she. No, I don't know. It was just weird, but no, it's cool that you have that energy, or that that inspiration so young. Some people don't have that inspiration. Some people wait to be inspired. I know people that are my age right now that still don't know what they want to do. They've done everything in the world, but they are not happy with what it is that they're doing because they haven't found their passion project yet, which is, it's unfortunate, but people do go through that. And so that's
Mhm.
why, you're the fact that you already find your passion and you're able to share it, that's wonderful. And just keep diversifying and changing and moving, and being yourself. It's so beautiful, to embrace yourself as far as who you are, and be able to do that, because some of us don't have that. We you know we run into those roadblocks of where we are, who we are, and stuff like that. And we constantly, there's people out there that are constantly trying to be somebody that they're not, or try to be in a group that they don't belong in.
Mhm.
It's not that they don't belong, it's just that that's not for you, man. Just
Right.
you, be happy, be you. And that's wonderful. And I think, with your music, the way it is, it's so different. Like I said, it's your tone is different. It's not your normal average.
You sound unique.
Yes, you sound
And
unique.
that is so refreshing.
Yes, it is. It is refreshing
Thank
because
you.
of the fact that it's
Mhm.
different, and it's. I love to embrace that. I think that's some of the things that make us all unique and so better, because
Yeah.
we went through, Hilda and I. We remember the time when everybody, all the stations and all the record companies, they wanted cookie cutters. Emilio hit big, and we wanted 20 guys to sound like just like Emilio. Selena hit big, and then next, you had 20 girls that they wanted to push out there to sing like Selena, but Selena was just Selena.
Yeah.
And it took these individuals like Shelly Lattes to be individual, to be different, to come out and do their own thing and sing their own way, and not conform or be part of just. And there's nothing wrong with singing Selena songs. That's not what I'm saying. Be your own person. That's the best way. I have a recording of Ilda singing Whitney Houston music. She's doing it her way, and that's embraceable.
Beautiful.
See, I do have stuff of you.
But is it video?
Yes, it's on my
No.
phone.
It's
It's on
just
my phone.
audio.
It's on my phone. It's not okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
By the way, when I shoot video, it's like on a cinema camera and stuff, so it's not like phone stuff.
No, I just think it's so refreshing when you come across an artist that is just very content and very secure in who they are as an artist, and they just kind of go out there and just do it, and they don't care about the negative feedback or this or that or whatever. It's just like, hey, I'm doing me and I'm doing something that I love, and if you love it, great, come along on the journey with me, and if not, hey, peace out, go do you, and I'm gonna do
you're,
me.
you're never gonna make everyone happy, no matter
Exactly.
what you do, whatever field you're in, whatever it is that you're doing. Someone's always gonna have something to say, and that's none of your business.
Mhm.
And
It's
you
not.
don't know,
You do you, and period. Like,
and you don't know who's listening to you as well. I know, when I was in Vegas for the Vegas Tejano Takeover, I was pleasantly surprised by how many people were actually listening to our podcast. You take the numbers for granted. You see the numbers. I see the numbers, and see people see certain numbers, and they're like, well, it's a small group, but you're only seeing part of it. We actually simulcast to 7 different platforms all at the same time. And so when you combine them together, you're looking at like 200 or 300 people all at one time, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then I go to Vegas, and they're like, hey, you're Indio, aren't you? And I'm like, that is so cool. You have ESPN. I've got ESPN too. It's like, it's really cool. But I mean, you don't realize that people are actually listening to you until you get approached by people that had said, hey man, I love your show. How's Hilda doing? And I'm like, we talk, but we don't talk like every day.
Monday nights are enough. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
Stop it. Yeah, I will tell you this. I purposely don't talk to her over the weekend because if we share information, we don't have anything to talk about on the show. So it's better for us to be fresh. I like it to be fresh.
Yeah. And then sometimes when we do talk to each other during the week, then it's like we're on the phone for like hours.
Yeah.
Like I kid you not, we literally, and Rick will be like, okay, I'm going to the other room. Like, okay, you do that.
Yeah, and we just blah 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 blah. And I forget what we were talking about. We just go off on a tangent and we just keep talking, which is pretty cool for us. And so it's
It's
just
nice.
But no, anyway, like I said, it's pretty cool that people were listening and to be approached that way. And that was just so different and so kind of humbling because then you have to think about wow, people are actually listening to it. And I'm just talking to y'all. Alfredo says Ali's first performance was when she was at 5 years old on stage with Signal.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible. Like, I mean, my first time on stage was at 4 in a Baptist church, my hometown, and I sang "Christmas is the Time," and I still remember. But I think for artists, for any kind of creative, I don't think it's something you find later on in life. I think you already know when you're young, this is what I love to do. You may not think that, oh, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, but you definitely have that passion, that inspiration to just be creative in that way. And I know for me, it was that way. I knew since I was little, I loved to sing and I loved music. It wasn't until I was probably in junior high that I was like, you know what? No, this is what I want to do. And they used to have us take these tests. And I don't know if they still like have the kids do this, but they were like, your strengths and your weaknesses, and you have to circle like all these like numbers. They'd ask you questions, this, that. And then at the end of it, they would tell you, okay, you're more built for this field or that field. And mine was always in the arts, always. And it didn't matter. Like, it was just consistent. So I just knew. And I still remember my senior year in high school telling my mom, I don't want to go to college. I just want to go sing. And my mom was like, you're crazy. You're going to be a doctor. And I still remember that conversation driving back from San Antonio from dropping my sister off at college. And I did the college thing. I did all that, but it always came back down to music. And it wasn't until I stopped trying to be who everyone else wanted me to be, a doctor, even though I'd have a lot of money right now. But I just kept getting pulled back to music. And I think just as artists in general, that's what you're going to keep doing. And that's why I think it's so beautiful what Ali's doing at such a young age. And it's just, it's encouraged. You know, I wish I had that growing up. I really do, because
it's also a different time. It's also a different time. Yeah. You know, I mean, back in my day, women were few and far between. And, you know, I've shared this with you, Ilda, you know this, and that I was part of that group that was saying, you know, well, it's the women takeover, and it's not a woman takeover. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's women were always here. It's that women are finally getting the respect that they deserve, the respect and the recognition that they deserved all along. They've always been here and they've always contributed to music and Tejano music and other music as well, but they're finally getting the respect that they deserve. And that's the fault of the business, the fault of those of us that enabled that, but also that's our motivation now to be more hyper vigilant and making sure that everybody gets treated equal. And I think that's kind of the motivator for us, right, Hilda, to make sure that we encourage people to come on, send us your music, come on, get on the air with us, so that we can start with you.
I think part of that happened with the change of the industry as a whole, not necessarily with embracing women. I think it happened with just the way that you are promoting music, the way that it's no longer reliant on just terrestrial stations. It's no longer reliant on whether or not you were signed with a major label. Now you can go make a record in somebody's bedroom that sounds pretty, you know, bad A, and you're just like, what? Like, then it's like number one. And now I think social media plays such an important role. I think internet radio stations play such an important role on why there are more women because now it's easier for us to get into those doors, because now it's not your standard just, hey, you only have like 5 doors and all 5 of them are shut. Now it's a whole different avenue. And I think it's so instrumental to where now women are right there. Like, we're in your face. Like, hey, we've always been here. You just didn't want to give us the platform. Now we're dominating the platform. And I think it's a beautiful thing.
And forgive me if I'm wrong, but you're an independent artist, right? You're not signed with a label, are you?
I mean, who,
Yeah,
me or
yeah, Erica.
Erica?
No, I'm independent
You're
for sure,
independent.
100%.
And see, that's another thing too. Take heart as well, because I do know of a couple of artists that took a while for them to get to. As a matter of fact, I know one specific artist. Her album is called Cinco because it took her 5 years to make it, and you know, but she's so proud of it because she put so much into it. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's an awesome album, and I played it here
Mhm.
because it is an awesome album.
Yeah.
And and we're gonna have her back, but that's you have much more freedom now to accomplish a
Well,
lot more.
because you don't need a label anymore. Like that's the beauty of music. I mean, Erica's a prime example. She's an indie artist, and you probably didn't go to some big old fancy studio to record all that, right?
For one song, yeah.
For one, yeah. But I mean, that's probably the recording
Yeah.
experience. Like, oh, fancy studio, but it's not the norm anymore.
Right.
And you know what? I mean, like my artist Joanna Ray, she records at Slack Monster Studio, and Sevi's been doing it for such a long time. He's got a reputation for putting out great work and everything else, you know. But that's that once again, that's the beauty of it all. That I think that's one of the things that's a true testament to you, that you're willing to do it your way, and that's kudos to you. That is definitely
Yeah.
hats off to you, girlfriend. That is definitely you. So and that's to me it's just it's wonderful, and I can't wait to hear your next song, even though it's banda. Not a fan.
That won't be the next one, I promise.
Okay, good.
I still got
But it's coming.
a few more Tejano songs lined
Mhm.
up.
Well, that's good. And as soon as you're ready to put out some do some performances, you need to let us know so that we can help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. We are here for you as
Especially
always.
if it's here in the Valley,
Mhm.
because I will go. Like,
Big
that's what I
support.
love doing. I love supporting, especially female artists, but
Mhm.
artists in general. But female artists, to me, it's just, maybe it's because I'm a female artist, so I appreciate when my peers come and cheer me on. It's like that sisterhood, So
And and
let me
and
know.
and Ilda's gone through the tougher part, where you were judged by size and judged by this and that and everything else. And
And now I don't care.
yeah, now she's just she'll when you hear her
As it
sing,
should be, queen.
yeah, she puts it out there, man. And I'm telling you, the voice is incredible. And I was
Aw.
just like, and I've said this before. People didn't believe me, but I actually got a text from a buddy who's like, "Dude, you really do have her Christmas music playing." I was like, "I told you." Why would I lie about that? It's on the air. It really is on the air. I mean,
24/7.
I'm
it's
gonna send you a Christmas song.
yes,
That'll be the
definitely
next
send it.
song.
Send it.
Yes.
And that's what we do.
I love Christmas. If it was up to me, we would have done like a whole Christmas show back in July.
Mhm.
But Lawrence is like fighting me on it. But I'm trying to where
Yes.
maybe we can start like our heavy duty Christmas shows like in November, like the day after Halloween. Like that would be great. But
No,
I love Christmas.
we will do Christmas. I promise you that we will do Christmas, and we do a Christmas show. And we did our last year. We did our Christmas show. We did the 12 Days of Christmas, where we were giving away. I buy a lot of merch. I always give it away for the 12 Days of Christmas because I appreciate the people that listen in. They're true supporters, and another way of saying thank you to the 100,000 listeners that we have that come in and join us and everything else. So that's definitely something that we really really enjoy doing. With that being
Mhm.
said, it's time for you to go ahead and for you to give out your shout outs to remind people where they can go and get your merch, where they can find you, and all that other stuff. We're going to go ahead and step out, and it's just going to be you by yourself, okay, kiddo? So here is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Erika Mar.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure as always. I hope you guys come visit me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Erika Mar are my handles. You can find my music also on Apple Music, on YouTube Music, on Spotify, pretty much anywhere that you stream your videos, your music, I will be there. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for having me.
See, there you go. Now, where can we find your merch? Where and where can we get in contact if we want to get you to perform real quick? Oh,
There's no merch, but you can reach me at, again, any of my social media handles. Mostly I'm on Instagram, but you can also reach me on Facebook under Erika Mar.
go and check out her wonderful YouTube channel.
It's like I'm adding you right now, girl. So
Yeah, you can go and check out her YouTube channel. You'll be able to get some watch some of the wonderful videos that she has on there as well. And then if you need to get a hold of her Facebook and everything else, let me know and I'll go ahead and put that up there for y'all as well. But most definitely, it's wonderful that you came by. Thank you so very much for coming by again, because I am a big fan, as you know, and I really do appreciate everything that you're doing. And best of luck to you. I do believe that you have I wish we had more people like you that are willing to embrace themselves.
yeah.
Uh, um, that is a true gift, and it's a rarity, and we are kindred spirits because we like a lot of the same things, and it's one of those things, and uh, uh, it's really cool to go ahead and share the stage with somebody, such as yourself. I'm already honored to have Ilda on there. She picks on me all the time, but we are good friends. We really are good friends. We just talk a
You
lot.
make me sound so horrible.
You're not horrible, except for the whole fireman thing is driving me nuts.
I'm with you on the fireman thing.
So far, every
I
single
second
female
that.
artist that has been on here, including Shelly Lattes, has been on board for my fireman idea. Okay,
We're
so
all for the firemen.
yeah.
So no, but it's
Yeah, it was so
wonderful.
great to meet you also.
Yeah,
It's so good to meet you too, and we need to hook up, do lunch, dinner, something, because we're so close.
yeah,
For
definitely.
sure.
And then, so with that being said, this is come to the end of the show. Hilda, do you have anything for TikTok Tuesday?
Possibly. I have to pick my song choice, and I think I already did for this Sunday's competition. So I'm super excited about that because I'm moving on.
Oh yeah, I forgot. For those of you that are joining in, Hilda is participating in the RGV's Got Talent, their version of America's Got Talent. She
And it's
is, of
fun.
course, doing her thing, and it's good to go ahead and ply your wares, go out there
Yeah,
and
it's honestly my favorite part of this whole entire experience, because I just kind of wanted to throw myself out there and do something different, is getting to meet all of these wonderfully talented people from all over the valley. And they're amazing. Like, wow. Like every week, everybody just gets a little bit better. And you're just like, wow, I never thought that so-and-so could get better, but wow. Like, because they were already all the way up here and then they just keep bringing it. So it's amazing.
that's definitely a plus. Alfredo says, wishing you
Yeah.
nothing but success. Thank you so very much, Alfredo, for supporting. And
Aw,
Alfredo
he's so
and his
sweet.
band Fijo are going to be here in October, by the way. I've
Oh,
invited him
wow.
to be on the show in
Exciting.
October. We tried to get him on the New Music Monday, but he was having problems with his microphone. But he'll be here in October, so be watching out for that. On this Thursday, I have Perla Judith coming on. She's another new artist. She's just released a couple of songs as well. She's working with a couple of people that I know, and it's
Yeah.
wonderful that we get to share this with a lot of new artists, so that way they can get an
Mhm.
opportunity to share their
Yeah,
their
most
music.
definitely.
And I can't. I have nothing but well wishes for you, and I really, really hope that you come back. This is your house. You can come back anytime
Yay.
that you want to. Thank you so very much for being here, Erika. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the show with one more time. We're gonna listen to her new release right now, Sueño, which is a great song. Go out there, request it, play it, buy it. It's available on all social media. So go out there and support your favorite artist, support your artists, you know,
Yes.
and let's all level up together and help each other up by doing that. And with that being said, if you are feeling down, if you're having a tough day, if today is just not your day, and you're hurting deep inside, just remember you are worth it. You matter. Every day, planes take off against the wind, and you matter.
Mhm.
We love you here, man. Y'all have a good one. This is Erika Mar. We're going to leave you with Sueño. That is Ilda. This is Indio, and that is Erika Mar. Thank you very much for joining us. We see you next time.
Lágrimas en mis ojos desde que no estás. Y la verdad no sé si volverás. Tengo el corazón roto desde que te vi partir. Porque sin ti no puedo ser feliz. Las huellas de tu amor están tatuadas sobre mi piel. Y si alguien te menciona, no sé qué decir porque cuando me preguntan por ti, les digo que ya llevo años que no te veo. Como si existe la posibilidad de que algún día regreses a mi vida. ¿Cómo le explico a mi corazón que tu regreso es tan solo un sueño? Lágrimas en mi almohada, no puedo ni dormir. Me roba el sueño estar pensando en ti. Este corazón roto no quiere ni latir. Sin ti me faltan ganas de vivir. Las huellas de tu amor están tatuadas sobre mi piel. Y si alguien te menciona, no sé qué decir porque cuando me preguntan por ti, les digo que ya llevo años que